First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Move Javante
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Overseer.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's good, everybody out there in the world? You already know who it is. You got your 3 favorite guys from your favorite podcast, the 3-Man Weave podcast. Your favorite pod's favorite pod.
There we go.
You got Buchanan, your favorite host with the most. And I got my bros with me, so who I got?
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Hill. Hill gonna hear regardless, baby. Let's get it.
And you already know what it is. You got your boy AJ. I'm at a loss for words. I really don't know what else to say. So yeah, let's just go ahead and keep it moving.
It happens, man.
Y'all know this episode 146. I know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. We also on TikTok and Twitch, possibly Rumble.
One of these days, we have to do a little more research and a little more gathering of some of the crowd over there.
Of some things over there. We might not be welcome. Or who let you in here?
How much to turn them whites only pie?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
Billy?
How you know my name?
It says it right there.
That's on your shirt, sir.
If you boys can read,
why can't you read the sign?
Who said that last week? We got a movie reference every week.
Oh, I think it was Jarvis. He said we did the regular black movie reference.
And it's not playing. That's the funny thing about it, man. Shouts out to the fours. Oh man. When the last time y'all had a fish sandwich from McDonald's?
Listen, bro. I ain't never ordered a fish sandwich from any fast food restaurant.
Like Craig Daddy said, I've been down and out before. And there's been some times where I've been on my last couple, and the dollar menu, hey, you can't really worry about your well-being when you got to worry about,
if you're on dollar menu, it needs to be McChicken, brother.
Shit, I don't know if that. Look, we don't know if that's it either.
We don't. Hey, I ain't saying that that's great neither.
Man,
but see, the thing is,
they had some Old Bay tartar sauce at one point.
I was just about to say that. That's what I was about to say. You get that filet of fish with the Old Bay tartar sauce. You slide that on there with some cheese. You throw some French fries on top of that bitch. Woo! Got you some fish and chips, boy. That's a gourmet meal when you were searching through the couch for some quarters.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing though. I don't do Arby's at all, man.
We may have to one time though.
So as much as I'm trying to give McDonald's flack about their fish sandwich, you can be guaranteed I won't be trying Arby's.
How you not gonna look? If
somebody may try to convince
you gotta get Arby's now. It's a 757. It's a 757 requirement now.
Oh hell no!
You got one of your own. We don't play both sides over here, Cannon. You gotta pick a side, bro. You gotta pick a side.
Nah.
Hey,
on a budget.
Hey, he came out firing. Hey,
he told I got some flavor on it though.
He told you about Drake abandoning his kid, and he said that McDonald's ain't fish. They fish sandwich ain't really fish. So when you know
it's tasteless, huh?
It's tasteless. Come on now.
Nah.
Come on now.
And it's square.
Who is eating Arby's now?
Oh man. See, wait, but
Oh,
see,
man.
it's two, and I need to know, like, is this like a spicy fish sandwich that they got, or is it like a just like a
I thought the
regular
one was the
spicy?
McDonald's one.
Nah,
Nah,
these are
they're
both
both-
Arby's.
Because
They're
they look
both-
square too.
It's a different space. It's like a rectangle.
It's obtuse. It's a rhombus. It's a rhombus.
It's a quadrilateral.
And so, but what I will say, this was good.
I don't like tartar sauce, so that's another reason why I ain't.
Whoa, my brother.
Yeah, bro.
Whoa.
Hey, nah, when it comes to fish though, bro, like I don't normally eat tartar sauce, but when it comes to fish,
I do hot sauce, bro.
you gotta do tartar sauce,
Yeah.
tartar sauce, hot sauce, and mustard.
And see,
Whoa.
let me preface.
Look,
I do
I'm-
like
I'm-
mustard on my fish, though.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
Come next time I fry some fish, I'm gonna put you on.
I'm not.
I
mad.
mean, I'll try it for you, AJ, but I ain't a fan of anything
I hate mustard.
that got the consistency of mayo, bro.
That's
So
why
it's
you
like-
put the hot sauce and you put the ketchup.
That's why I said I'm gonna let him put his little thing on his little recipe. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna try it.
I thought we was on the same page, but like I said, I'm tartar sauce, hot sauce, and ketchup. Stir that thing up.
I'll try your way too, Hill. But what I'm saying is, tartar sauce really ain't my thing, or any of white
Any of the white
sauce,
sauces.
for real.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. This
Doc-
the pause community has a chokehold on us black folks, and we gotta move past it, man.
We got to. We got
You're
to, man.
missing out on a lot of good things in life now.
Dr. Umar's proud of you, though, Cannon.
Hey, but what I will say, this was a nice diss by Pusha T.
Nah, it
He
definitely
ain't
was.
gonna pull that shit on Wendy's though.
Yeah,
But
you
nah,
know how
nah.
Wendy's do.
But
Wendy's
it-
drop a whole
yeah.
EP.
Wendy's is
they
ready.
will.
He ain't gonna pull that shit on Wendy's, man.
He not, but it was very creative. I did think it was very creative, but also did y'all see what he really said about it? He said that I'm loving it. You know that whole slogan. He came up with that when he was young, at a time where he really wasn't asking for ownership or asking for proper prices.
Mhm.
And you know, they've used that numerous times since then. It's like really been
All the
their
time.
thing
It's all the time
over the last 20 years. And so he said that he's been back to the table to be like, yo, let's come on now, y'all still using it. Let's redo the business. And they haven't wanted to. So when Arby's reached out, it's up.
He couldn't
You
wait.
feel me?
Huh?
And I feel him 100% on that. man.
100%. I definitely feel him. But if McDonald's definitely want to reach out to me, I can rebuttal in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? My price. I mean, yesterday's price. You know what I'm saying?
Not today's price.
You know what I'm saying? And mine ain't gonna be Pusha T fight, but I'm telling you, I'll fire his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if they bring back the Old Bay, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Old Bay tartar sauce on the fish sandwich. Oh, it's over. It's over for Pusha with me. It's over for Pusha.
You could flip that. You could flip that.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
You
bar
feel-
you could flip right there.
That's up my alley right there. I've been waiting for this moment.
He said, when the lights is on, I will shine. I will shine.
Oh, man,
man.
I'm weak.
Shouts out to Nichelle though. She said she agreed with you, Cannon.
What about the fish sandwiches?
I guess about the tartar sauce.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. I love fish.
I'm
though.
not shocked. I'm not shocked. I mean, because like you said, you throw hot sauce on it though, so it's like, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Cause
You ever ate- some people put vinegar on their fish. Y'all ever done that?
yeah.
Put vinegar
I've
on
done
the
it
fish,
before, but
vinegar on the fish and the
I'm
fries.
good on that though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Come to the crib. Diamond
That's
gets you right. She'll get you
Yeah.
right with the sauce.
I'm gonna
Hey.
try it.
She gets you right with the
It
sauce.
sounds like we gotta have a 3-man weed fish fry.
Oh yeah, we could definitely
might,
do the fish fry now.
Yeah,
You know,
we might
we
have to do that.
We could definitely do the fish fry.
Let's get to it here. I see it in your eyes.
Nah, I mean, I'm good. I'm ready for the fish fry. You think
We got issues, man.
I'm ready for the fish fry, guys.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
We ain't, but hold. Buns or regular bread?
Bread.
For fish. Yeah, I like square bread for fish.
All right, now. Don't try to get off.
I need my hot sauce. I want to see my fingerprints on the fish sandwich.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's trickle down on you. Yeah, let it trickle down on the bread.
See, we don't even do like where we from. We don't even do like a whole sandwich. We just put the fish on one slice one slice of bread. Put the fish on that bitch. Let the grease soak all up in that bitch. You put your sauce on that bitch. You got your fries on the side. Me, boy.
Please tell me you've been to the Hampton Jazz Fest before, man.
I've never been, bro. I'm sorry,
bro. They vendors, bro. And most of them come from Baltimore, Maryland, honestly. But they had some vendors out there, bro. World's greatest fish sandwich, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Anybody ever been to either the Capitol Jazz Fest or the Hampton Jazz Fest that told about the fish sandwiches? Please be in the comment, man. Please.
See, if that's the case, we might have to do a 3-man weed trip back to Cincinnati for the Jazz Fest.
I'm with it.
And we can really get some good stuff. Hit a Reds game or something too.
I've been trying to find any excuse to get to the Natty, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're gonna make that work. We're gonna put that in the cards. I got shout out to Chris Brooks. I know he's from Cincinnati, so he know all about Alabama's fish downtown. So this fried fish is a big thing for me. You see, I lit up because I'm about to go grab me some fish tomorrow. I might have to fry me some fish on Friday. Goddamn it! Oh, I get paid. Yeah,
like I said,
some fish.
What you use, AJ? You using a skillet or you got a deep fryer?
Oh no, we put it in the cast iron, baby.
Yeah, outside. Yeah. Oh, the cast iron, the flat skillet. Yeah.
Yeah, we doing the cast iron shit. We either doing it on the stove or if we doing a big
fry.
Fish, a big fry, I'm putting the cast iron on the grill. We gonna keep it going, keep it rotating in and out, and I don't want no smoke coming in the crib.
Keep it going.
Keep it going. Let me tell you, man. Look, man, I was in middle school, right? Mom's got the frying the fish up in the crib, man. We outside now, like after you eat dinner, we go outside. We play, and we playing basketball, so it's like springtime. It's like a little breeze, and they kept saying like, "Yo, what is that fish smell?" Right? People coming up to the court, they're like, and we outside. So I'm like, what is everybody talking about, right? And I can't smell it because I done sat in the house while the fish was being fried. That'd be the worst. Right? And then, so it's like, we about to leave, about to go home. It's like the last game. I probably ain't played the last game. I'm standing on the curb, and a breeze go by, right? And I smelled it come off my shirt. And I'm saying, whole time they've been talking about me. I've been laughing, joking. They've been talking about the fish smell. Ever since then, bro, I've been paranoid. If fish is being cooked in the house, I can't go nowhere that day, bro.
Yeah.
Oh nah. When fish get cooked in the house, when fish or fried chicken get cooked in the crib, it's like somebody smoking a pound. I'm closing doors, putting towels underneath every single door.
Shut it down.
I mean, we're not playing those games because I gotta make sure when I go out in public, like you said, and everybody like, what anybody selling? Who's selling plates? Who's selling plates around here?
Oh man, that joint get me to this day. Like, and I smooth just said, I'm gonna holler at y'all once I realize, right? I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.
Man, that be the worst. The whole time he was like, God damn, is that me?
That's the traumatizing thing, bro. Like, you don't never want to go through that again. Like, you never want to be the funky person, bro.
Bro.
You could, like, say after balling, coming from the gym and you sweaty and all that, you can understand. You can understand you being funky, bro. But like, the funk is different levels of the funk.
It was different. It was different level. Because when I walked back in the house, I was like, yeah, that's exactly what they was talking about.
Yep. Because when you went back in the house,
I was outside. It was different when I went back.
You left that fresh air right into that fish smell. That shit be sticking on your curtains and everything. You be like, oh, yeah, definitely.
So last week, let's get into it. So last week we talked about the teams that were finalists for the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes. Well, we finally got the team. You know, the
Yeah.
team got traded. Definitely got traded.
Yeah.
To the Cleveland Browns for a plethora of compensation.
Yeah.
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 First round pick, three first round pick, a third round pick, fifth round pick. It's
How many picks total?
5.
5. Yeah, 5.
Sheesh.
Three first
And
round, the
With
three first round
rounders.
consecutive
Sheesh.
years, 3 consecutive years.
yeah,
And
they protected that man's salary too. Gave him a
he got
base
an
salary of
extension. Didn't he
gave
get
him
an extension?
yep,
Yeah,
gave him an extension,
new
highest
deal.
paid. Next year he's only gonna be
Astronomical.
next year he's only gonna be making $1 million. So if he gets suspended, only that $1 million is gonna be able to get touched, and then everything just balloons up from that.
That was
How
the
much,
cra-
how,
I
how
think.
much per year? How much we talking, fellas?
I think around like 40 plus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he gonna be a 40. Yeah,
Ooh.
I think he up there with the 45. I think he.
That's
Yeah.
generational. See, that's when you don't take the 1 year deal here.
Oh, if you're a
You know what I'm
quarterback,
saying?
Yeah,
it's always
yeah,
that question in every
yeah.
room.
That's
If
what
you,
they be dreaming about, though.
yeah,
I don't know
But
why they do that.
but yeah, exactly, because who was I talking about today? Somebody. Oh, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge been listening to you, and not to switch sports, but he literally said things are looking good. We've been in talks with the Yankees. We looking good for either a long term extension or a 1 year deal. What I ain't gonna do is sign one of these long term BS deals and then
Yeah.
be complaining and wanting to not show up to training camp, because that's what happened when you sign those deals. You don't want to show up to training camp the next few years. You want to hold out.
yeah, and
We can we can go with that more when we get to the next person, next trade.
but with the Deshaun Watson, it's a little bit of a touchy subject to talk about how they, massage his contract to make it, where they protected him, and we don't really know what the outcome of these civil cases are.
They know
that's smart.
they know
That's
the outcome.
smart though.
No, it's definitely smart. But what I'm saying is,
They don't need to know the outcome of the civil case.
and that's what I'm getting to. They don't care.
They don't.
It's talent trumps all, and that's really what it is.
Civil cases don't mean anything. Like, most people just settle civil cases anyway.
But see,
I get them over with.
I won't say civil cases don't mean anything, because we've talked about how the actual justice system ain't truly fair. I thought I touched on it. I believe I touched on it.
In some instances, civil is fairer than the justice
So it's
system.
like, the civil, it's more so about like, we think this motherfucker did it. The courts, they ain't gonna really dig deep into it.
But
the evidence is there, because once again, like I said before, bro, it's 22 of them things.
Yeah,
but
in the past,
there.
Yeah, they say when there's smoke, there's fire. But one thing I know that was a big scam in the past about civil cases is, especially with people who have access to money,
they're just gonna settle it because they ain't. It's a
they
time
don't
thing.
have time to do that, bro.
Right.
And so it's like it's a guaranteed settlement. So it's like we at least gonna get some. It's an easy money grab. So and that's why I say it don't matter. So if people know how to work the system, which the lawyers do, anytime a lawyer gets attached to one of these things, they always gonna be like, let's go for the civil case.
Yeah.
So,
but I think
I feel like if someone's innocent or you don't have enough evidence to go to trial, you should not be able to sue me for that same thing civilly.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree.
But once again, like I said, you gotta have the time. Like I said, if you really, divulge your time into it, like I said, you can beat the case. Like you say, it's just the fact that most of these people don't feel like they don't necessarily feel the need to,
And
half the time when you're on the end of it with the majority of the money, doesn't necessarily always mean that you're innocent. It just means you got the better lawyer. Also, all of this stuff plays into it. So, like I said, to me, I'm not just going to, bypass the fact that, hey, man, it's 22 complaints. And not all 22 of these people that, are doing it are, are involved in the civil case, or, it was even people that came out and spoke about it that didn't file any charges. And so to me, it's just like, hey, to have your name attached to it it's a little bit dicey to me. So
I
it
mean,
is
like
what
I
it
said,
is.
it's definitely.
It's
I mean,
definitely dicey.
it's a clear indication that you know what I'm saying. The Browns definitely. Okay, let's be honest. They're desperate.
Oh, of course.
The compensation that they gave up shows desperation. The money that they gave up when they didn't have to shows desperation. The way they structured his contract showed desperation. Like I say, he desperate. I mean, he utilized the leverage that he had, and he
If you want
executed.
me, I need boom, boom, and boom. And they
So,
got it.
hey, so like you said, when somebody has leverage, like you said, somebody has to lose out. You know what I'm saying? Or
100%.
or somebody has to be okay with what they're doing. The Browns are definitely okay with it. They feel that they have a team ready made, but you know, to get this team over the hump. So they're doing what they got to do as a team aspect. And like I said, what we always say, winning cures all. They don't give it. The fans don't care.
Yep.
It's gonna be a lot of people. As long as you
as
go
it
out there
ain't
and win.
dogs.
Now,
As long as it ain't dogs.
Now,
If
if
you
you don't
stick it
win,
up, boy, it's gonna be ugly.
yeah, it's gonna be in a dog pound on your ass. That's what it's gonna be.
Ooh, wait a minute. But
I mean, you mentioned dog. They
Yeah,
get dog.
but
Dog
no,
you're right.
but no, they are. I mean, Cleveland is a tough crowd, man.
Here's my thing though, to kind of stem off of this, and I don't know if we're done with it, but also kind of just looking at how these teams have just mismanaged their quarterback situation. It's kind of odd to me. Like for Atlanta, they were, making a hard push to get Deshaun. And, you already knew Matt Ryan, he was coming to the end. He was on a, very, 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 difficult contract to move. That's what they had been telling us, especially all last offseason. But they decided to stick with Matt Ryan. They didn't want to go after Justin Fields or one of those quarterbacks last season. And then this season, Deshaun comes available, and now you're after him, and then you don't get him, and now it's just like you're in purgatory with Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan's like,
I'm out of here.
Fuck y'all. When to me,
quarterback,
like
he
teams
didn't necessarily say that.
No, he didn't necessarily say it, but it's like, you are still in limbo because now it shows you're trying to move on from Matt Ryan. When to me, last season was the perfect time to get someone in there and be like, all right.
Yeah.
So, to me, if you get, I understand everyone loves Kyle Pitts, but as much as people talk about trying to find your quarterback, you skip over a quarterback, kind of a similar situation where Justin Fields is right from up the street. He played right up the street. And you just let him bypass. You didn't have to give up no assets, nothing. He was literally right there in front of you. And so to me, that happening was just kind of weird to me, because to me that seems a little bit of mismanaging, and a little bit also with Baker. I won't say it's 100% their fault because they just shot their shot. But to me, if you knew you were going trying to move on from Baker, because I don't feel like they were going to re-sign him after this 5th-year option, because that's kind of what they indicated to me. If you're going to be in the market, just move Baker, to be quite honest. Because if you're going to be in the market and you're going to try and put your hand in the Deshaun Watson trade, just move Baker, get it out. Because I guarantee you, before they acquired Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield's trade value would have been a lot higher than what it is now.
It was, but I don't think that Deshaun wasn't a possibility at first. And he wasn't in. Was he in the 3 teams?
And I don't. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's like poker. It's like it's easy. It's hindsight now. It's like we need to get rid of Baker now. We can really do it now. But it's like before. If we get rid of Baker and we don't get Deshaun, then what?
Then what? Like you said, because the thing about it is, it's still about
to me.
They made the playoffs before with Baker before,
Yes, you made the playoffs with Baker before, but to me, if you don't have no intentions on bringing Baker back after this season anyway, even if you didn't get Deshaun, if you don't get Deshaun, try and do something, like try and figure something out. Make a move for a bridge quarterback and stuff like that.
I'm not necessarily saying that they would bring him back, but it's definitely not they had options to bring him back as well. And like you said, and why move him for a bridge quarterback when I have Baker? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Baker's a bridge quarterback.
Okay, so why move him for a bridge quarterback?
You don't trade a bridge for a bridge. That's dumb.
Yeah, that don't make any sense.
But what I'm saying is you may not trade a bridge for a bridge, but when you paying a bridge $18 million and you don't want to, then then move them for a cheaper bridge, and then try and get
What,
some
for 12 million? Like, is it like
but you can have that bridge for 2 years, 3 years, because what Baker's not about to do, Baker has said he hasn't liked those little deals that they were trying to discuss before they extended that 5th year option. That's all I'm saying.
we gonna go back and forth with this? I don't.
It's hindsight. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't agree with this at all. Like I said,
Okay.
if I'm gonna go look for a damn bridge and I got a bridge, I'm gonna just stay on the damn bridge. Like, you know what I'm saying?
One bridge only gets you halfway across.
The bridge analysis is funny, man.
One bridge ain't gonna do nothing other than the different bridge. It's the same bridge. Man. So I might as well keep the bridge, and I can get rid of this bridge if this bridge is over. Like, way quicker than these other.
The bridge is over.
I mean, I see both points, but I can also see why they played it the way that they played it, especially since they did get Deshaun. I feel like they hedged their bet. That's all they was doing. And ain't nothing wrong. In life, sometimes you gotta hedge your bets for real.
Real quick, let me jump in real quick. The one thing that I can say that makes it not as bad and makes it a lot more palatable is that Deshaun's only making $1 million next season.
So even though it don't matter.
Even though Baker's making his 18, but it does suck that your quarterback that's making 18 is on the bench, and people pretty much are just waiting for you to be like, all right, cut him, because we're not gonna trade him.
Baker. Baker gonna get moved.
The structure of the contract is it only makes the cap hit $1 million this year. That 230 is guaranteed. 200 million, 5 years, $230 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed contract. He gonna get the 230. So, I mean, like I said, don't just make it seem like he making $1 million.
No. He said
because that's what I'm saying.
I'm have to pay their quarterbacks.
Talking about for like the cap hits and stuff like that. That's all I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
No, you good.
Now, my thing about the Baker thing is like, boom, you got Deshaun, bro. Go ahead, you can move Baker. Just don't be greedy. Like, y'all
they being greedy. They want him first.
And why? You feel what I'm saying? Get him up out of here. Go and take some tools.
Bro, who said that? Who said that they wanted it first?
I
couldn't believe that, bro.
They're not getting no what?
They're not getting no tools for Baker no more.
Why not?
Because now teams are looking at you like, yo,
Matt Ryan went for
you
third,
have to move him. That's what they're looking at it as.
Matt Ryan went for a third because that's all the Colts had, and they did him a favor by sending him to a good team. It was kind of like all right, bro, we're gonna do you a favor type thing.
Do me a favor.
Yeah, that's all. Like I said, we're not about to send you anywhere else on the lose, because if you're gonna lose, you can lose here. You know what I'm saying? So let's send you to a good situation. You still getting your money. We we're gonna keep you in at bay. Everything is good. I know, and they don't like I say they already didn't have any compensation, because if that was the case, he could have went to Seattle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could have went to Seattle. Could have went somewhere.
Seattle.
If
that's what Baker needed.
But like once again, I'm talking about Matt Ryan.
Matt need to be indoors.
If Matt Ryan wanted to lose, he could have just stayed in Atlanta. Why go to Seattle and lose? They go, I ain't going to new losing. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the bridge.
Yeah.
That's same bridge right
there. But
there.
sometimes you need a fresh start, though. Matt need a fresh start.
That ain't no fresh
start. That ain't no fresh start.
Seattle is not a fresh start.
Sometimes, you just got, at this point, he just need to look at what's the best for his living situation. Because I'm chalking it up for Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan looks like the perfect Indy quarterback anyway. Doesn't he have to look?
No, that's true.
He has.
But it's like he needed to win that Super Bowl, man. I don't know if Matt Ryan gets back, man.
That's fine, but and the change of scenery, like I said, he would be the perfect for the Colts. What the Colts need, he do exactly what Phillip Rivers did. You know what I'm saying? We definitely thought Phillip Rivers was washed.
And he went there and got it.
Got into the playoff. That's really all you can ask for. What you say, Ken? To get me in the dance and do what?
Yeah.
And cut the music on.
Get to the dance stuff, because I'm gonna be eating my words.
Now
he ain't getting to the dance.
Nah, he ain't getting to it. We ain't got to worry about them words. But we like that. When the offseason is fully complete and you see their team is fully complete, we can definitely see how they feel, how he feels with the Colts, and what we when we do our prediction with the divisions and all that. That's cool. I don't understand. I'm gonna go back to this Baker thing. When you said he don't think he can't get a second round pick, they can't trade a second round pick for him. You mean to tell me that the Seahawks can't trade a second round pick when they got multiple?
Yeah, definitely. They
That-
can
that-
do it.
That's if
I'm
that's
not.
if the Browns not being
not-
greedy. Is what I'm. It's really
I'm
what
not.
I'm saying.
I'm not saying that they like that is impossible. What I'm saying is with the value and what. Remember how it was just like when we saw what Amari went for, and it was because of how you played your hand. That's all I'm saying. Because how they played their hand, it's like, bro, you just signed a quarterback for $230 million,
and you want us to give you a first,
and we know, and
you
we
don't
know
even
you're not.
want him.
And you don't even want him. So we know you don't want him. We know you was think like
you can't come
was looking to trade him, and you already got his replacement. So that's why I'm saying, like, they not looking at Baker like
I'm definitely not giving you a first.
Teams are teams are going to be willing to wait this out until the summer. I guarantee you. And
he was never going for a first. I don't give a damn if he.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't think he was ever going for a first, and that's why, to me, even now a second is a stretch because I don't think he was ever going for a first. And now
I'm definitely offering a third. That's why I'm starting my negotiation.
Hey, bro, I'm starting.
I feel you.
No, I'm sorry.
I want y'all my best to stay away from a second.
But that's why you can't. That's why you can't start your negotiations there. I'm starting my negotiations at a fifth.
But this is my thing. All these quarterbacks,
you might not even get a call back, bro.
You
gotta come in serious sometimes.
And then when they cut them, because they couldn't. And then it's like the Lyle Collins situation. Y'all want what? All right, cool. Y'all was talking about y'all was gonna trade him. Then y'all was gonna talk about y'all was gonna cut him. So I'll wait. Now you want to trade him again? Nah, it's cool. We'll wait.
That was different.
Yeah, because he good.
Yeah, he good.
Now I ain't want to be technical and messy. You know.
No, I'm not. Saying
I got the point.
Teams do that all the Teams do that all the time. Teams will let a report go, mess up the trade value, and then still try and get the best deal possible that they was trying to get before. I'm like, well, no, it's too late for that.
This is definitely one of the worst ways of trying to move a quarterback. I'm not sit here about to vouch for him, but no, Chris, we don't. We need linemen. That's what
That's why look. Hey, as soon as the Lyle Collins rumor said that y'all was trying to either trade him or get rid of him, I literally started blowing Hill phone up. I was texting Hill like every 15 minutes. I'm like, hey, bro, what's going on? Like, you hearing anything on your end? Yeah, what's going on?
And the funny thing about it is that when they wanted the cap space now, that's really on the reason that he got, released.
Because how much cap space do you save and not have a lineman?
You feel what I'm saying?
I've been trying to figure out what people be thinking about sometimes, man.
We saved 10.
You're gonna you gotta replace him and get a lineman, right? So you're gonna get a mediocre lineman that still come with a cap hit. Especially if you get a veteran one. So how much was his cap hit is what I'm trying to figure out.
His cap hit, if we would have traded him, we only would have saved 1.3.
Yeah.
What?
But making him a June 1st release is what his designation is. We saved 10.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so that's
10 why I could do, but the trade, that's what I'm saying. That's not working. No. I'd rather just keep.
But here's my thing. You save 10, but Lyle Collins is one of the better right tackles in the game.
I pay him 10.
And he's only 28.
I pay him 10, bro. He got 5 good years left. To me, that's worth 10.
Shit, even if he don't have 5, he at least got 2.
When you piss the front office off, they get rid of you.
But what do you do to piss them off?
Showed up out of shape. Last year messed his hip up. That's why he ended up having surgery.
Not messed his hip up, like he did it on purpose.
Yes, you did.
I mean, being fat, bro. Trust me, I got fat. I done got fat a couple times. My knees started hurting a lot more.
Yeah, but did you get fat on purpose?
Yes, you showed up out of shape because you didn't think we were gonna have a season.
But when your job is to be in shape, being fat is on purpose. So God damn,
like I said, him being overweight
caused Memphis beating up on Brooklyn with no job.
That was that he missed the whole season, and you come back, you get suspended for the weed thing that could have been avoided. They had your suspension reduced to 2 games. You over there trying to bribe the people. They like, bruh, come on, bruh.
You know what I'm saying? That was funny.
They done with you, like you said.
That's straight. That's gonna get up out of here offense.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. And mind you, his guaranteed money was gone.
Yeah.
That's
because of
definitely
his-
get up
because
out
of
of here
his
offense, bro. You
Yeah.
lucky to still be in the league, bro. The league could have done. They could have did you dirty with the bribery.
He got talent, bro.
Was good, Ryan.
Yeah. If you're
What
nice,
up,
they
boy?
make sure that you're eligible.
Yep.
Oh, 100%.
Answer this right quick. Because we posted this on social media. We don't know where he's going. I don't know where he's going.
He
San Francisco.
Levi Stadium, his locker. he gonna go right to his same damn locker. Goddamn it. Motherfucker ain't going nowhere. They had that farewell
Right
press
around
conference. They had that farewell press conference for no fucking reason.
The
Because he ain't going to Seattle.
The funny thing about it is
because he's really a bridge, and teams have seen that bridge move before, and they don't want that.
He's an expensive ass bridge, boy.
he was a hot commodity.
He's
always been.
What
a
he's
hot
shown
commodity.
is bridge only.
But he was still a hot commodity. Everybody
That's what they sold him as. They sold him as that.
They was gearing up to trade for him, and I think John Lynch once again overplayed his hand. You keep out here being greedy. I keep trying to tell y'all. I don't know. I don't know what people be thinking or what they be trying to expect themselves to get. But
draft day, bro.
Okay,
Kevin Costner, man.
Motherfuckers be overvaluing their quarterbacks.
Because
that's all it is.
It's a report. It was a report out there that he had somebody offered him 2 second-round picks, and he just sitting on his offer. I'm like, that's
my
cap.
offers don't sound. My offers ain't on the table that long for you to be sitting on.
And it wasn't because everybody moved on and got another quarterback.
Use my offer as leverage to get a better deal. I'm not doing that. You got 6 hours to call me back, bro.
It wasn't nobody he wasn't sitting on that. Even if he did get that offer, I guarantee you that team had that offer out there for somebody else as well, or they just went and signed somebody. It wasn't just like, oh, here, let me know what you think. Ponder it as long as you need. No,
because the
dominoes fall. Once one goes, all the dominoes start falling, and these teams panic, and they'll be like, "Hey, let me go ahead and just get a quarterback while I can." You see, I hate to do this to you, Cannon, but you see how the Commanders panic, and there's like dominoes started following. It was like
they just dumb. they wanted him, bro. That's the guy that they wanted. This was not a panic. That was strategic. That was not a panic move at all, bro.
Oh man,
and they still gonna draft a quarterback, so that's how you know.
I mean, you kind of got to, but
no, you don't, bro. If you make that move, you have to be strategic and put a team around this dude.
We go.
If that was your guy. But now you're gonna go and get another guy, and neither one of those guys are gonna have a team. So it's like, ain't a panic move. That's a strategic Snyder philosophy, bro.
Kenny, after when we get off air, me and AJ, we're gonna try to sell you on this move. We're gonna try to. We're gonna try our best.
Bro, it ain't no team, bro. You can't sell me on the team, man. Quarterback can't win it by himself, and Wentz has been on teams and can't. He was just on a team and couldn't do it. The hell he gonna go to a mediocre place and now all of a sudden put the team on his back? And in the words of Tom Brady, I guess Wentz play defense too, huh? You seen any signings? We had one signing this offseason, bro. One signing, man.
Hey, man, sometimes
hey, man.
Trying to, continuity, man. You trying to just get that experience together and, gel, and it all start to come together. A little bit of buy-in, That's all it takes sometimes. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
man.
What is
it going to take to get the deal done? Let's get the deal done. We'll pay the dead cat.
All right, so let's play. All right, so while we're still on these quarterbacks, out of the quickly, how do we feel about the Colts now with Matt Ryan? Quickly, right now, as currently constructed.
I'm not sold on Matt Ryan at all.
Okay.
AJ? I think they'll make the playoffs.
All right, cool. Um, it was only two. Deshaun, how do we feel about the Browns?
I like the Browns, but also we don't know how many games Deshaun is gonna have. We don't know, like y'all said, what's gonna happen. How much those civil cases are gonna have an effect on whatever happens to him. So that I feel like I gotta wait. But I feel like if he only gets 4 to 6 games, they should definitely make the playoffs still.
Yeah. I'm TBD because if they suspend Deshaun 8 games,
yeah, that's a lot of game.
Then it's just who knows. And so just how many games I think he should be suspended, I think they'll probably be like a borderline wild card team. But
how many games do you think he should? 4?
Absolutely not. I think he should get around 8 to 10 games.
God damn. I
thought might as well sit out the season. Time accrued don't count.
But no, time accrued. He don't have no time accrued.
He sat out the whole last year, man.
He sat out all last year. He don't have
He don't have good behavior. People do that in jail. They say, I don't want no bail.
And
then when they get their sentence, that counts.
Well, but here's my thing. You didn't sit out because of you knew what you had. You
ain't get no game check.
You didn't sit out because you didn't because you knew what was coming and you trying to get ahead of it. You sat out because you didn't want to play for that team and you wanted to get traded. Had he been like, hey, I don't want to be a distraction to the team and I want to take care of my legal issues.
But once these 22 showed up, that became my focus. And that's why I ain't played, man.
We ain't hear him talk all season anyway.
Because he's smart. That's why we don't know. So when this lawyer finally talks,
so now when you want to say, okay, so lawyer, talk to me about these 8 to 10 games that you should get. Because also, once again, like I said before,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Kenny. You definitely sold me on that one because I'm the proponent of. I thought the minimum was. I thought the standard was 6 games. Mm-hmm. I'm at that he's going to get 6 games, and I think it's going to get reduced to at least 4 or 2. Mm-hmm. I think because there's a lot of momentum of he shouldn't be suspended. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of momentum of I'm not on that team, but it's a lot of people that's thinking, okay, when is the suspension? What is the suspension? And there's going to be a lot of people that's going to think the suspension is not even good enough. Like I said, you're not going to please everybody. But like I said, I'm a proponent of it's going to start at 6 and it's going to get reduced to 4 or 2. That's me.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go to TBD as well because, like I said, that's a tough division. That's a tough division. It ain't the AFC West, but it's damn sure tough.
It's the AFC, and they got to play the AFC West, so it's tough.
So we had another trade today. We definitely didn't.
Your cousin.
Yeah, we definitely didn't plan on.
He told you first?
Nah, he didn't text me.
Damn, that's crazy.
Shit happened so fast, and we got the first.
It was fast.
We got 3 reports in 30 minutes. Like in
30 minutes.
They're like, hey, look, we may trade him. Next thing you know, we got two teams already called. Hey, goddamn it, he traded. And it came like that. So he got a 2022 first, a 2022 second, the 2022 fourth, the 2023 fourth round pick, and the 2023 sixth round pick. That is a lot of compensation for Tyreek Hill.
For Tyreek Hill. For a Bugatti
Casey
parked in a trap.
Casey got over on them boys.
They knew what time it was.
Casey got them boys. They just reloaded, man.
And talk about it. Let's talk about it.
They just reloaded. So it's like,
where the fuck is Jarvis and Fogg? Because I need to talk to them.
But no, man.
They doing their show right now. He probably telling us about how the cap.
Jarvis ain't doing no show.
Fogg is doing their show right now.
But no, man. It's one. He's a Bugatti parked at the trap house, man. So it's like you paid for your Bugatti. Mm-hmm. That's how they got over on you. And it's like it's the perfect time. One, they bring in Juju. 2, they still got Mecole Hardman. They got talent already. They got Kelsey. So it's like, boom, we can survive. Plus, we have draft picks, plus your draft picks now. Mm-hmm. So we can. I'm not saying that you can just go out and find another Tyreek Hill, but what you can do is go out and find production.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And my thing within that offensive scheme, they'll be able to replace Tyreek Hill. They're gonna replace Hill with all this speed. Thank you. We just saw one of the fastest combines of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. You had like, and that's what I'm saying. So to me, you could get like you can even get something that Mahomes really never had in like a bigger body wide receiver that can run for real.
You
For
can
real,
get a bigger
that
body.
that could be a number one. So like you had what if they end up with some of these new picks? They go grab Chris Olave.
Mhm.
What if they get Drake
I hope
London?
not, bro.
What if they get Drake London? What if
But it's
they
like,
what
if
if
they
they
get
what if they
Olave,
wait
bro.
they wait until the second or third round and get that I think it's Christian something who ran like a 4.2 from 4.2 something or 4.3 something out of North Dakota State, like, and he's like 6'4". Like you put these people in there with that Andy Reid scheme and just let them run and do all these routes. To me, this was a good trade. And people talking about, oh, KC's in full rebuild mode. KC, they had like, they gonna be, they gonna fall off now. To
And
me,
rebuild,
to me,
reload.
to me, this is allowing them to retool and continue to be that team with Patrick Mahomes on this contract, because everyone's talking about, oh, that contract was bad. No, that contract freed
Was
up
team friendly.
that contract was so team friendly, and you have your quarterback locked up for the long term. And guess what? Why would I have my quarterback sign a team friendly deal to allow us to maintain cap space and then give Tyreek Hill all this cap space? Absolutely fucking not. That don't
Had to
make no
go.
sense. So what I'm going
Had
to
to
do
go.
now is, I'm not only, because what did you always hear? Oh, you have these quarterbacks on these rookie deals, time to load your team up. So now you have to do it in reverse. When you have your quarterback on his second deal, time to reload on a whole bunch of draft picks and get people on try and get as much talent as you can on
Without paying for it.
on cheap contracts. They'll be able to sign a whole draft class for about $2-3 million.
They spun the block.
So now, so now you get all of so now you get all of these lottery tickets, even if they only hit on 4, 5, you in a good spot. They basically hit every single draft pick on the offensive line last year. We talk about how they did that rebuild on the offensive line and spent money, but two of those draft picks, like two of those players on the offensive line, were draft picks, and they balled out. So to me, with what Brett Veach is doing, the scheme that Andy Reid got, and if they can reload some players on that defense as well, man,
I think they definitely got to get some defense.
I think a lot of people are selling it short though as well. And I was waiting for both of y'all to say it. It's like, remember how teams were playing them last year?
Yeah.
And what was the thing that people were saying? Oh, y'all didn't taught Kansas City another way to play the game other than just chucking it downfield everyway. So maybe they
had to win tough close games last year.
Yeah. So maybe now what if they like George Pickens now? You see what I'm saying?
What if they get because to me they're gonna at least double dip at wide receiver. Yeah. So now you, like you said, you get a George Pickens, you get a Jahan Dotson, you get somebody like that, Justin Ross, a complete receiver, and then you get one of these burners too.
If you get Olave, bro, that's plug and play with their wide receiver core. Bro,
you can get Olave and another receiver, and now you basically it's. I hate to bring it back to my team, but I talked about it last year. So last year, we let William Jackson go and signed 3 corners for what we would have paid William Jackson per year. This is something that they can do by letting Tyreek go and get his production and more in 2 guys and unlock their defense. I mean, unlock their offense even more, because like you said, you still got Travis Kelce, you still have Mecole Hardman, who can be your speedster, but now you got opportunity to get other complete receivers that you actually never had behind those 2.
Hey, man.
You're selling yourself short again because you said something profound yesterday. I'm gonna throw you this lob right quick, AJ. Oh my gosh, Sean. You said it's off the air because we were talking about the Christian Kirk contract, and I was like, Christian Kirk just messed up the market. And like I said, and Cannon was worried. He was like, look, he didn't mess up the market. And we understand how these players look at it. Like, hey, look, I'm not taking $1 less than Christian
Kirk.
Right. and that's what
so for him to say, okay, Devontae Adams got this money, now I want Devontae Adams money. And for them, and you said this, AJ, you said which team is going to draw the line in the sand when it comes to these contracts and say, I'm not paying this.
Yeah. I definitely did bring that up, because what they're like,
You can't
these
pay
teams,
that to a wide receiver, bro.
these teams are going to push back when you like start trying to reset the market, and when these owners, like some of these bad owners, start overpaying for this mid-level talent. And when they try and scale it and say, well, if Christian Kirk got this, I want this. Yeah, nah, we're not doing that. And this is what Brett Veach just did. And instead of compromising his plan, we're gonna get rid of you.
Yeah,
We'll let you go get paid.
You're
And
not in the plans once you say
we
that to me.
we believe so much in our system that we could put someone else in here. And I know I won't say it's been a consistency, but I think Tyreek Hill being in that Chiefs offense has vaulted him up to a different level. I never really thought Tyreek Hill was this
I will
great,
say that. I will agree with that.
just like top flight receiver.
It's
Yes,
definitely schemed.
he has talent. It's scheme, and his speed kills. Also, you can't teach that.
Yeah.
But
he makes tough catches too, though.
When you get older, that's one of his first things that's starting to go. And as he's getting older in this league, that's not going to last too much longer. He may still be fast, just like Deshaun Jackson is still fast, and you can still use him, but your body deteriorates. So
start to pile up.
Yeah, so now you're gonna need some oil changes a lot more often. You're gonna need your tires rotated a lot more often, and you're gonna have to call AAA a lot more often too, because sometimes your battery just gonna stall out. So to me, it's almost taking a page out of the Belichick book, where it's like, hey, bro, let me get rid of you a year too soon instead of a year too late, and we're gonna save some money for this as well.
But the compensation is like he went first, like he tried to get Devontae money, and he got traded for more compensation than Devontae Adams got. Like, come on, at some point, like I said, I'm taking this deal in a heartbeat. I don't give a damn who you are.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and to
I'm
me,
sure
once again, I'm like, hey, I understand you want Devontae money, but
I don't even know if I could pay Devontae that. Like, I know it's Devontae. I just can't. I can't give that to a wide receiver, bro.
And I understand that, Ken, and I'm not even debating that. My thing is, though, consistency. Devontae Adams is number one on everybody's list.
No, he's. I ain't taking nothing away from him.
You know what I'm saying? So when you put a list, I don't give a damn who does a list. He's somewhere in the top, top
he
one to two,
three.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting past three. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However you look at it.
And I just don't. I stay away from like when, and I always hate to go to Madden, but that's where we build our teams at. I don't like, even if I don't have wide receivers, I'm not getting I never get the highest, the guy who wants the most in free agency, because if you do that, you're not going to be able to fill your holes if you do that. And you can't not, if you give a wide receiver, especially on Madden, because Madden, all contracts are guaranteed, which is why are they doing that, bro? That's another point. All the contracts are guaranteed to the end, to the very last year on Madden. So ain't no 2-year out on that, bro. You're gonna get that cap hit. But that for that specific reason that all the contracts are guaranteed on Madden, I never do a long-term wide receiver or cornerback deal like that, because I just feel like you can get, of course you ain't gonna get the superstar play like an Adams, but you can go and get an 89 person, pay him way less, or 85, pay him way less, and still get top. You can maneuver him to be second behind Devontae, and that's Madden. Of course, that's not the same as real sports, but I'm just saying, like, when you do that, you really handicap your team by putting that much cap hit into a wide receiver.
It depends on the team, like, and what team I'm building. Like for the Raiders, I actually like them going out to get Devontae Adams, because I think in
real life, I do like it too.
Because I think that makes their offense a lot more potent, because now you have Darren Waller, you have Devontae Adams, which is I don't know how you're going to guard that, and then Hunter Renfrow. And thank you, and you're about, and then I was about to get that. We forget Hunter Renfrow went over 1,000 yards last season, and you have those two route running technicians, and Darren Waller over there, and then you throw in Josh Jacobs. Derek Carr, he should be in line for a really, really, really good fucking season. Mm-hmm. And to me, having Josh McDaniels, this is it's put up or shut up for Derek Carr, Josh McDaniels.
Definitely put up or shut up for Derek Carr.
And so to me,
he had a bad season. I don't want to hear nothing about no Derek Carr, man.
I think this is that time where you actually have to be like, this was a great move for them because they're going for it. This was a go for it move.
We might have it. We might have it.
And to your point, AJ, that's when you can, if you feel like you're an offensive player away or something like that to make your little push, I don't mind you going. And if you have the cap space, because they definitely had it, so I definitely don't mind them. But it's like
what I say to y'all last year. You can't have too many weapons because now it makes my number 3 better than your number 3.
Yeah,
and it's gonna make life so much harder for these teams to defend you.
If you
when
use
I
them.
Because if you don't know how to use them, having too many weapens
it could be just a waste of money. I've seen it.
I've seen it firsthand.
I've been triggering y'all this whole episode. I am really sorry.
Right. And I'm not. You gonna get me on the rant. But my thing about back to the Tyreek Hill thing. My thing is, like I said, Devontae was on consensus number 1 on mostly everybody's list. Tyreek fluctuates. He goes as high as 3. He goes as low as 10. He's 5. Like I say, average most of the time he averages around the 5. Like I said, I'm gonna let you know right now. For me, when it comes to me doing deals, I'm not paying you higher than the best player. If you let the best player, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. So I'm and the funny thing about it is they was ready to give him an extension, and now all of a sudden he wanted to talk big boy. He wanted way more money. It's like, okay,
hey, but he gonna get get paid.
He got it.
They paid him. So, they paid him. I don't got the deal on hand, but they paid him.
But no, I saw. I didn't see that it was official yet.
Go down there and catch them left-handed flutter balls from Tua. That motherfucker ain't Patrick.
Trash balls.
Hey,
he is not Patrick.
Man, listen.
Tua has no excuse.
He got 2 Bugattis. If he another one, like, and it's unfortunate that you ain't had as many opportunities as Derek Carr, but I'm done with you if you don't ball out next year, Tua.
That's our guy Sean from Off the Dome Sport. My thing about Tua though is definitely the excuses are definitely out the window. You definitely have an offensive mind. I understand that he's a first-year head coach, but like I said, he's definitely been highly touted. So you have an offensive mind, an offensive scheme that definitely fits your skill set to a T. To be quite honest, if you're going to run variation,
that's a bar right there.
You double entendres.
Don't even ask me how.
Come on, push the T. What? Push the T. What? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's I understand, and I know we love Flores and. We wish that the Dolphins would have been this active.
He is sick though, man.
With them,
they
was getting rid of players when he had them.
Because they wanted him to tank. Now they want to. Now all of a sudden they want to win.
But on his coaching staff and his defense, his offensive staff were not good. Yeah. They were definitely a little suspect. They were definitely a little suspect. So Tua definitely was not put in position to succeed to the highest extent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give him an excuse.
No, that's reality.
That's what I'm saying. It is reality. So, but now at this point, like, hey,
I want to hear it, man.
I definitely don't want to hear it. Hey, Justin Herbert had 2 offensive coordinators too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just being honest.
More importantly, Tua, just be healthy, bro.
Exactly, and if you can do that, maybe you can put up the statistics that you should have. Like I said, we definitely about to put it on the list. Put up a shut up list.
Yeah, and the thing about Tua is you gotta look around. Like quarterbacks quarterbacks always get compared to the other quarterbacks that are in their draft class. Tua's draft class, but he's got some work to do to really catch up to them. So,
and even Jalen Hurts, man. Like as much as I hate, I just feel like Hurts. I feel like he had better control of his team. Other people may not agree, but he didn't even have a great team.
Yeah.
And he was making them twerk, which is why I feel like
they were really competitive. And I think to me that as much and to me that's kind of where Eagles fans, hey, y'all gotta learn to be happy about some shit sometimes.
Man. They be upset about everything, because bro.
It could be worse.
They pretty much shouldn't have even had a season like that. We had them pre-ranked dead last.
So did they.
And they made and they made the playoffs. So it's like
and y'all still looking for a wide receiver.
And they still discuss it about everything. What the franchise if you talk to
y'all still crying about wide receivers.
So y'all ready for
Oh,
your favorite
man.
game? You want to do your favorite game?
America's
Factor
favorite
Kizzy.
game. America's favorite game. Are we about to
It's
play
been,
that?
it's been a while. It's been a
Oh
while.
shit, America! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now tuned into the 3-Man Weave, and we are about to play America's favorite game. Fact. Okay. Yeah. Who going first? God damn it.
Fact the cap. Baker will get traded at the trade deadline.
You said what?
Fact the cap. Baker Mayfield will stay on this team throughout the season and get traded at the trade deadline.
Fact. I think fact. Because he's not attractive enough for people to just want to dive in head first now. But as the season unfolds and injuries happen or people don't live up to their potential, and you see a guy like that on the bench, he gonna be real enticing come the deadline time. You feel me? So I don't want to say fact on that.
How you feel, AJ?
I'm gonna go cap. I'm gonna say he's gonna stay until around camp time, and then the team gonna be like, "Oh, this motherfucker shitty." Hey Baker, because I think you got.
He might go at camp too, though. It just depends.
Yeah, I'm thinking around camp time. Before it's gonna be before the season, but it's gonna be like I said it earlier. I think it's gonna be around the summertime.
I'm going with fact since I asked it.
but
But I think I have a method to my madness because I think in preparation of what they can't get, the compensation that they're looking for that they can't get right now, and in lieu of the suspension that is definitely looming,
they might want to try to keep him for a safety net.
They may have to keep him, and I definitely believe that since he already knows the system, he'll be better than Jacoby Brissett. He's kind of really iffy for me. Like he's like kind of the wild card right now for me.
Yeah.
If, they really trying to move him, but I'm gonna go with fact. I think, like I said, trade deadline, they definitely gonna get rid of.
And if they can hold him to the trade deadline, that is the one chance that I feel like they can get. They can finesse somebody there because
I still don't know.
Be horny at that point.
Yeah,
price goes up, right?
You're gonna be horny, but then you realize he's still gonna be a short-term rental because he ain't got no contract after that.
Which is why, to your point, AJ, and this is why two things can be right. They need to. If you want him, you need to try to get him training camp time because the price is going to go up. Especially if I see
like
that
a team is close.
Needy.
Like if a team feel like they close and they can just elevate a little bit, like say if Seattle go on a run, they start the season like 3-2 or something like that. They're not gonna do that shit. But I'm just saying.
Hey, but listen to the run. 3-2 is the run.
Yeah,
hey, shit, you're a little bit over 500.
The season, and you talking about 2 or 3 weeks.
Go to the next game.
I wanted to say 3-1, but I'm like, man, that shit ain't gonna happen, bro.
Go to listen to the run 3-2.
Oh man.
All right.
All right, fact the cap, man. This is the biggest NFL offseason ever. And before you answer, let me just preface it. Tyreek to the Dolphins, Devontae to the Raiders, Russ to the Broncos, Deshaun to the Browns, Brady unretired, came back, Rodgers came back, Khalil Mack to the Chargers, Amari to the Browns, Vaughn to the Bills, Matt Ryan to the Colts, Wentz to the Commanders.
I'm going fact, bro.
And we ain't never seen nothing like this, bro. This is a whirlwind.
Fam, I think the NFL pushed the button. Because everybody was talking about, hey yo, this is the most exciting playoffs I've ever seen in recent memory.
Facts,
NFL pushed the button like, hey, we got to keep this shit going. How many episodes have we been trying to get to basketball?
And we still can't get.
We can't get to basketball because hey, every single week something is happening.
No, it's going crazy,
and we cannot get to it. Like the NFL used to be the offseason used to be so boring until the draft, and then after the draft until camp because a whole bunch of shit never happened. Now teams we seeing in-season trades that we've never seen before. We seeing big name players get traded like we've never seen before. We seeing big name free agents just spurning contracts with the team and going to other teams. We seeing players taking less to go team up with other players. Like we've seen all-time great quarterbacks move other teams. We've
Mm-hmm.
seen
Facts.
we've had all-time greats.
That's crazy.
We've had
So
all-time greats request trades like we've never had before.
so is this? I know you sent me something today. Is this the effects of the Super Bowl? Because AC saying it right here. Teams ain't scared to make moves anymore. Like teams are seeing
I
like
mean,
it's a lot of movement, bro.
the Rams did
Go for the
Look,
make
gusto.
they made a Super Bowl swing
let me
and
find.
they connected, bro. And
It made the
Let me
teams
Broncos
have
see.
want to
done
do
the
the same
same.
thing.
They've done the other way. To AC's point, they've done the other way for years, and so it's like we're gonna keep trying the same thing and getting the same results, or we gonna try to make something happen. Look what happened when the Rams when they try to make something happen, and
So
even look at the Bengals. Bengals
there we
didn't
go.
win, but they took swings. Like they said, we're going Jamar Chase. We're not going Penei Sewell. We're going to try to bring something that can instantly propel our offense. And it did. And so teams, to AC's point, we're seeing teams willing to make moves, go for the gusto. For too long, the NFL has been conservative. And if you look at Washington, besides for the Wentz move this year, we've been 100% conservative. And that's going to be our downfall. If you be conservative in this day and time and you aren't drafting great, what are you doing?
So
And
Field Yates, he made a tweet, and this is I text Hill this, but Field Yates tweeted, "This might be oversimplifying it, but I wonder if the Bengals' run last year has contributed to this offseason. Since he showed acing one offseason can help
You can
put
turn it
you
around.
right in the Super Bowl mix. So
Yeah.
many teams are taking huge swings this month to try and soar into the contender tier." And to me, it does make absolute sense because if you look at it, like the Bengals, yeah, they spent money the year prior to last offseason, but then you have to look at every single move that they made last season. They hit from free agents to draft picks. Literally, Trey Hendrickson, Von Bell, drafting Jamar Chase.
We knew Trey was going to hit.
A lot of people didn't. A lot of people thought Trey Hendrickson was a product of Cam Jordan and getting a lot of cleanup sacks, but he came in and they let Carl Lawson go and end up moving for Trey Hendrickson, and a lot of people were kind of like,
that's why they let him go. And then Carl Lawson tore his Achilles,
towards Achilles,
didn't even play.
And he has been injury prone, so that worked out.
And when that happened, I told you, I said, "See, AJ, because you was upset when they let him go."
Yeah, 100%. Because
I was on the Bengals when the Bengals were making their Super Bowl run. I was giving them kudos the entire way. I was this is. People were like, "No, Cannon," and then it came to fruition. I really wanted. I wish I would have pulled it off, man.
But you look at like I brought up earlier, them letting William Jackson go, bringing in 3 corners pretty much for the same price, and bringing in DJ Reader, bringing in all of these pieces, and they spent all that money on the defense, Larry Ogunjobi, etc. They hit all their free agent pieces out the park, and they drafted some like legit game changers, and you see where it took them. So I actually think that tweet has some credence because you saw what the Rams did. You saw what
pretty much said the same thing, so it got to.
Yeah, you saw what the Rams did, but it also is like the Rams did it with some expensive pieces as well. It was more so. Go ahead, my bad.
No, but just like when Mark was saying, when he said, because he brought up the Bucks, and I think a lot of people forget the Bucks, so we minimize the Bucks for doing the same thing because they had Brady, but it just wasn't Brady. They went and got AB. They went and got Richard Sherman. They went and got brought people back. They drafted well as well, like with people like getting Antoine Winfield, getting Joe Tryon, Carlton. They break back Carlton Davis, like they went and got Gronk, like. They went. They showed us a blueprint as well, and it's like people's going for it. Like you said,
they definitely went for it.
Like I said, winning and being cheap do not coexist.
It don't mix.
So like I said, kudos to these teams that's actually going for it, making moves, and trying to give your fan base some hope.
And And you recoup that money when you are actually competitive. You don't even got to win the Super
Because you're
Bowl.
just
If you are
packing it out. You selling
if you
merchandise
if you are competitive, that money will come back to you tenfold. You will make money
tenfold, bro.
hand over fist.
Tenfold.
So who's next?
It was me.
You?
Yeah,
Oh no, AJ.
AJ.
So I'm going to deviate on my factor cap because I'm gonna try and get us some basketball in here. So
I got a basketball one too.
Yeah, I have one.
Marcus Morris had some interesting
Cap.
comments on interesting comments on the
Cap.
2020 NBA playoffs when they were in the bubble and they ended up losing to
I
the
was
Nuggets. Damn, can I say? Marcus Morris said we only lost that shit because we were in the bubble. If we weren't in the bubble, we'd beat the shit out of them. Factor
sheet.
cap.
Big cat.
Well, big cap because of sheet. But this is my question to Mark. Which Morris was it?
Marcus Morris.
Because I almost said Marquis. All right, Marcus. How has you been in a different location going to change the results of the game, bro? How can you definitively say that? That's like saying the last game that you lost, if you would have played it somewhere else, you would have won. Guess what? You didn't. You played it in the bubble. And all the teams were in the bubble at the same time, so there's no excuse, bro. There's no excuse. And they lost to Utah, right?
Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all not winning, bro. Y'all had Doc. They had Doc as a coach.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason you lost, bro. Had you and they had Doc, and that's the reason they lost, man.
But my thing, these people that keep trying to minimize the bubble and and they keep trying to say I'm trying to understand their motive. Like, if you would have won, let's say the Clippers would have won, and it would have been validity then, right? It'd been valid then.
It would have
right?
been the hardest championship to pull off.
But now all of a sudden, since everybody lost, you lost. Oh, we lost because we was in the bubble.
But because everybody lost because of the bubble, that's all the reason why the bubble chip has to have more validity. Because if you just said it was difficult to win in there, Marcus Morris. So that means that the Lakers overcame a lot of challenges to pull that off, man.
And my bad, it's your turn, Hill.
Nah,
you already said cap. The reason why it's cap for me is I've said on previous episodes, the bubble championship was actually one of the more difficult championships to have because in the bubble with no crowd, role players played above their average. You saw role players actually start looking like, hey, could this motherfucker be a star? Because when you look at the analytic breakdown or just even stats, home and away, your star players are usually consistent. Your role players usually tend to play better at home because it's friendlier, it's more comfortable, and it's what they're used to. So in the bubble, having no fans, having no intimidation factor, none of that. So to me, it was more of an indication of who had the better built team. There was no room for variance because basketball is really one of those games where it's not like bubble TJ Warren. Yeah, bubble fucking TJ Warren. That explains it all. I don't
from the
bro. Where is he? Is he hurt? Is he okay? And so to me,
I ain't heard from him since.
Football, there's various. Football, there's any given Sunday. Anybody can win any given Sunday. Normally in basketball, especially with those 7-game series, the better team is gonna win 9 times out of 10. There's very little variance for basketball. Usually what happens is injuries are what sway the pendulum, or if someone just completely shits the bed, James Harden, shit like that. So yeah, the bubble championship, that top to bottom, you got your role players looking like all-stars. So yeah, that bubble run has a whole bunch of credence to it. So shut the fuck up, Marcus. But don't jump.
Listen, man, that was 2 years ago, bro. You lost. You still talking about that? Ain't nothing worse than someone talking about a game that they lost that they could have won, bro. It's the worst. Just let it go, man.
Thank you, Rakia. There were no real distractions in the bubble. There was literally no excuse.
He
Y'all
sounds hurt.
motherfucker, yeah, like he sounds hurt. Y'all
Yeah,
motherfuckers was having
Yeah,
open run at LA
facts.
basically.
Facts.
and to be real, Denver was injured, not the Clippers.
That is very true.
So,
That is very true.
fact, fact to cap, Boston Celtics gonna throw a wrench in some of these in this NBA playoffs.
Facts.
Fact.
All right, cause them boys, cause them boys is balling all of a sudden.
You got somebody that's a real fucking scoring threat. They scrappy. They've been together for a while. They could put some shit together. So they gonna make it hard on somebody.
Oh no,
They gonna make it hard.
I'm gonna see you that graphic. It's definitely all of a sudden they
No,
started
but
off
it's
bad.
I think it's how they restructured it in the offseason, man. And we kind of thought that would be good for them. You know,
Go ahead.
how they restructured in the offseason. And it took time, but I think that's why they're hitting their stride now.
Yeah, that's what you want.
So I thought that this is how they would look, around this time. So it's like I definitely fact.
I know my NBA podcast I was listening to. He's a Celtics insider. He was definitely informing me that this was supposed to be like a rebuilding year. They were just telling me, stay afloat, stay competitive, but they wasn't trying to use as much cap space. They were trying to get under a luxury tax at times. They were trying to they were just trying to basically just stay afloat till next season until they can bring somebody else.
In the NBA.
So and the way they built their team, the way they was trying to construct their team, and the way they wasn't getting anybody in the offseason, wasn't trying to get any big name free agents, was being real cap restricted. I'm like, okay, it's definitely coming to fruition what they plan. I'm like, they definitely just trying to just stay afloat this season. They just trying to just coast through the season and live off the name of we the Celtics. Maybe we'll scare somebody, blah blah blah. But the boys is balling. Like
they only one game back from third.
You know what I'm saying? Like the boys is balling, and like you say, we know they playoff tested. It's not no young team that haven't been through the fire. Like they playoff tested. I'm not about to sit here and say they about to win it all, but I'm like I said, that's why I asked it. I said they're gonna throw a wrench in somebody's playoff plans.
Exactly, and the part about it is you getting them in that second round, so that's gonna be tough because who knows how that first round, depending on your matchup, you getting them in that second round. You better not go 7 games in your first round. You better get that first round team up out of there.
You think Brooklyn want to see them?
Now they gonna hurt you.
No.
Mark stupid. I feel like don't nobody want to see them, bro. That's a scary matchup.
I paid attention to them in Brooklyn and Philly in the East. I wouldn't say it's not impossible because they looking good out there. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
definitely
the playoffs. The playoff time because these Bulls is phony. They looking funny in the light.
Ooh, that graphic.
I knew that was gonna happen too.
That 0-16 graphic. Ooh, that ain't.
I like the Bulls on paper, but I just didn't think that they would be competitive in the end.
We've seen this before. We've seen a lovable regular season team come out there. They play good in the regular season, but when it's time, when big boy time, playoff time, they're gonna look funny. And like I said, if you ain't beating not one top team yet in the regular season, like
you ain't even slip up. You ain't even slip up and do it accidentally.
Yeah, like come on.
I would understand if it was like a small sample size and it was only like 3 games or something.
Yeah,
but
not one.
16 times, not one.
Bro, the Pistons and the Thunder at least got one.
Yeah, like you didn't slip. You didn't accidentally did it.
Lakers are the one.
All right, I got a bonus factor cap before we get out of here.
All right, let's get it.
Factor cap. Now that Joe Burrow has an offensive line, they're gonna have the best offense in the league.
I say cap, just because there's a lot of deadly offenses out there, and every year the NFL shifts. Regardless of your offensive line, they got some film on Joe Burrow, so I feel like they're gonna be schemed up and ready to try to stop him.
look at all the Steelers fans. I wanted to get them out there. Yeah, look at it. Yeah.
But But I do feel like they'll be a top offense though.
From a technical standpoint, I would say Cap just to be technical, like by this metric, they're not gonna be the number one and blah blah blah. But I'm definitely gonna go fact because I think I don't think Zach has been able to show his full arsenal.
Oh, I'm sold on Zach, man.
He's like finally like Joe can have some time back there. Like I said, they can run the ball better. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, we already know what the weapons can do. We know what Jamar, like I said, I don't see a drop off on Jamar Chase. I see a better
another deep run, and they have to talk about Zach like they talk about Kai. They have to.
Okay.
Yeah. So the best
offense, I'm gonna go with fact. I'm gonna just go with fact.
The best offense, I'm gonna say Cap just because the variation on that and trying to actually get a true metric on that is gonna be difficult. But I do think that they're gonna be one of the top 5 offenses in the
I agree
league.
with that for sure.
Like even last year, like before I told Hill personally, when we drafted Jamar Chase, I said this should be a team that can score 30 points a game. And then offense was, not what it should have been because they couldn't run their full offense. But now seeing Joe Burrow complete 70% of his passes, like leading the league in completion percentage while getting sacked 50 times.
Could be the Raiders.
I think that it opens up, and this is another reason why. This, I said, Carr, Renfro, Adams, Waller, Jacobs, yeah.
Serious, man.
But Sean, I can say Burrow, Boyd, Higgins, Mixon, and Chase. So, but there's variation on all of that. Things change, things go up and down, games go go up and down. So I'm gonna say Cap just because one is gonna be, that's difficult to measure, but I think they're going to be a top 5 team offense in the league.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see for sure.
I'm shocked at the positivity that we're seeing from the Raiders because most of the time, all I can continuously see
is negativity with them. But
it's negativity because when it comes to Derek Carr, it's like.
But here's the thing about Derek Carr. People know he has talent. He just ain't lived up to it, and part of the reason is the dysfunction that he's dealt with. Yeah, I think other than Washington, I was about to call them Oakland. Their names have changed so many times, like Washington, that he's dealt with all of that. You feel he's been the consistency in the storm over there. So I feel like his Jerry curl still ain't curled all the way. So it's like that's why people give him that flack. They want it, I think, but for real, people have rooted for him, and that's why. So it's like I would like to see him do it this year, but the pressure is on him because Carr, unlike a lot of his counterparts, the media, even when he didn't do it, act like he arrived. And when it's other people, they don't do that, man.
I don't think the media treats Carr like he arrived. I think the media treats Carr like he got a terrible Raiders team to the playoffs and then just broke his leg at a terrible time.
Man, they treat him like he Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And they treat Kirk Cousins like he arrived too. So it's like, thank you, Hill, for confirming that. Like neither one of them.
I don't see them
done enough.
To me, Kirk Cousins get treated like luxury Andy Dalton. Like he just a little bit above average.
That ain't what his paycheck say. And I'm trying to tell you, if you watch the game and you listen to the comments and you listen to the commentators,
they killed Kirk
and
Cousins
what the
making
media
that much
says
money.
About these, I'm just saying, look at a person with similar numbers like Kirk Cousins. They don't get the publicity like him, bro. He's got in the pub, and so has Derek Carr. They've been treated like they're just under that, and Kirk Cousins ain't just under that, bro. I'm sorry, he ain't just under that top tier. He middle of the pack. And case in point is Minnesota. Everybody thought that he was going to go there and do something. And you got talent, bro. You got way more talent than you had in Washington, and you still don't do anything there. And why? It's you.
Now that part I can definitely get with that because that's profound. Like you said, you've got some of the most talent that you'd ever had in Minnesota than what you had in Washington. And you still
Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, like.
You got the weapons for you, bro.
You had some Adam Thielen at times. It's like, what's
Yeah.
going on, big dog?
Okay. I can get with that one. I was ready to defend him too, but I can't defend that. But it's episode 146. Shouts out to the fours. Y'all were definitely in the building. Appreciate y'all. Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. I'm Hill. That's Cannon. That's AJ.
And we
And
out.
we out.